Welcome to a place where your words become the foundation of your destiny. Here, we believe that what you speak over your life shapes your reality. Victory begins with your voice. Every day is a fresh chance to embrace gratitude, unlocking blessings that multiply beyond measure. You don't need anyone else's validation. It's time to bless and encourage yourself, even when no one else is clapping. We plant powerful seeds with every positive word, knowing that consistent faith and declarations will bring a harvest in due season. Reject every language of limitation and step boldly into who you were born to be. Most importantly, faith turns your spoken blessings into undeniable reality. Believe it and watch miracles unfold. Get ready to transform your mindset, your spirit, and your life, one powerful word at a time. Let me tell you something. Your words have power. I'm not talking about just a little influence here and there. I'm talking about the power to shape your reality. Every single thing you say about yourself is like a seed you plant in the soil of your future. And you might not see the harvest today, you might not see it tomorrow, but those seeds are growing. They're shaping the way you think, the way you move, the way you believe. Some of you wake up in the morning, and before your feet even hit the floor, you've already started speaking defeat. I'm tired, I can't handle this. Nothing ever works out for me. And you wonder why you feel heavy all day. You wonder why nothing seems to shift in your life. Let me tell you, it's because you're speaking death over your own destiny. You are programming your day with your own words. If you speak defeat, you'll live in defeat. But if you speak victory, you'll walk in victory. You've got to flip the script in your mind and in your mouth. When you wake up, instead of saying I can't, start saying I will. Instead of saying I'm weak, start saying I'm strong. Instead of saying this is too much, start saying I'm built for this. You've got to speak as if what you want has already been handed to you. Some of you have been waiting for circumstances to change before you change your language. But here's the truth. Your words are the very thing that can change your circumstances. You've been asking for a better life, but the way you talk about yourself is keeping you locked in the same place. The world will try to tell you who you are, but you've got to decide for yourself. Stop repeating the labels that other people have put on you. Stop owning the lies that life has thrown at you. I've seen people talk themselves right out of blessings they were standing in line for. The opportunity was right there, the door was wide open, but they talked themselves into believing they weren't ready, they weren't good enough, they weren't worthy. And so they walked away empty-handed, all because of the words that came out of their own mouth. You have the choice every single day to speak life or speak death, to speak hope or speak fear, and I'm telling you right now, choose life. Speak life over your mind, your health, your family, your career, your future. Even if everything around you is falling apart, speak life anyway, because the words you speak in the storm will determine how you come out of it. You might be broke right now, but you don't have to call yourself broke. You might be hurting right now, but you don't have to call yourself defeated. Say, I'm on my way to better. I'm on my way to healing. I'm on my way to overflow. You speak it until you see it, and when you see it, you keep speaking it so you never lose it. I'm not saying this is magic. I'm saying this is discipline. You've got to catch yourself. The moment you hear yourself tearing yourself down, stop. Replace it with a word that builds you up. Speak it out loud so your ears hear it. Because when you hear it, you start to believe it. And when you believe it, you start to live it. Life is not just what happens to you, life is what you call it. If you call it hopeless, it will feel hopeless. If you call it blessed, you'll start to notice blessings you didn't even realize were there. Your words create your world. Don't use them carelessly. Don't waste them on fear, on doubt, on negativity. Every word is an investment in your tomorrow. So the next time you open your mouth, ask yourself, am I planting weeds or am I planting flowers? Am I building my world up or am I tearing it down? Speak victory. Speak strength, speak faith, and watch the world you speak become the world you live in. Because if you speak defeat, you'll live in defeat. But if you speak victory, you'll walk in victory. Gratitude changes everything. It changes the way you see your life, the way you see your challenges, the way you see yourself. Some people think gratitude is just something you feel when something good happens, but it's so much more than that. Gratitude is a decision. It's a choice you make before you even know how the day is going to go. It's waking up and saying, "I'm thankful," before you even get out of bed, not because everything is perfect, but because you know you've been given another chance to live, another chance to grow, another chance to make something happen. The truth is, if you can't be thankful for the little things, you'll never be satisfied with the big things. Some of you are waiting for the breakthrough, waiting for the promotion, waiting for the blessing before you give thanks. But gratitude doesn't work like that. Gratitude is the foundation for blessings, not the reward for them. If you don't build your life on it now, you won't have the strength to hold the blessings when they come. Every single day, there's something to be thankful for. I don't care what your situation looks like. You have air in your lungs, you have a mind that can think, you have a chance to make today better than yesterday. Some people didn't wake up this morning. Some people would give anything to have the problems you're complaining about. And that's not to make you feel guilty. That's to open your eyes. Gratitude opens your eyes to the blessings that are already surrounding you. When you start your day with gratitude, it changes the way you walk into the world. The same things that used to frustrate you don't hit you the same way. The little annoyances, they roll off your back because you're focused on the bigger picture. You realize that every breath, every sunrise, every small win, it's all a gift. But here's the thing, gratitude isn't just about feeling good. Gratitude attracts more to be grateful for. When you have a heart that appreciates, you naturally draw in people, opportunities, and experiences that match that energy. If you walk around bitter, complaining, always talking about what you don't have, you push away the very blessings you're hoping for. But when you walk around thankful, when you speak with appreciation, when you celebrate even the smallest victories, you open the door for more to come in. I've seen it happen. I've seen people who had almost nothing. No money, no connections, no clear path. And the only thing they did differently was stay grateful. They gave thanks for every small step forward. They gave thanks even when things went wrong, because they knew that even in the setback, there was something to learn, something to gain. And somehow, those people, they end up with more joy, more peace, and yes, more blessings than the ones who had more but never appreciated it. You want to change your life? Start counting your blessings instead of your problems. Every morning, name 3 things you're thankful for. It doesn't have to be deep. It can be the roof over your head, the food on your table, the people who check on you. Because when you practice gratitude daily, it rewires your mind to look for the good instead of the bad, and that changes everything. Gratitude will keep you grounded when life gets hard. It will remind you that even in the middle of a storm, there's still something worth holding on to. It will keep you from comparing yourself to others because you'll realize your life is already rich in ways that can't be measured. And when the blessings do come, the big ones, you'll be ready to receive them not with entitlement, but with humility and joy. So don't wait for life to be perfect before you give thanks. Don't wait for all the doors to open before you start celebrating. Be grateful right now, in this moment, with whatever you have. Because gratitude doesn't just prepare you for blessings. Gratitude is a blessing in itself. Gratitude attracts more to be grateful for. If you're waiting for other people to cheer for you before you move, you might be waiting your whole life. Some of you have dreams inside you, visions burning in your heart, ideas that could change everything. But you're stuck, frozen, because you're looking around for approval. You're waiting for somebody to pat you on the back, tell you you're good enough, tell you they believe in you. Let me tell you something. Sometimes that applause never comes, and if you're not willing to move without it, you're going to miss your moment. You have to bless yourself. You have to speak over yourself. You have to be your own biggest supporter when no one else even sees what you're doing. Not everyone is going to understand your dream. Not everyone is going to recognize your potential, and that's okay. because it's not their dream to carry, it's yours. You can't expect people to get excited about something they can't see yet. You know what happens when you wait for validation. You hand over control of your life to somebody else. You're basically saying, I'll move when you say I can. I'll believe in myself when you believe in me. That's dangerous, because what if they never do? What if they're too distracted? What if they're too wrapped up in their own lives? You'll end up standing still, not because you couldn't do it, but because you let the silence stop you. You've got to learn to clap for yourself. You've got to learn to look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. Even when the results aren't there yet. That's not arrogance, that's survival, because life will test you. It will put you in seasons where it feels like nobody is watching, nobody cares, nobody's rooting for you. And if you can't encourage yourself in those moments, you won't have the strength to keep going. There will be times when you feel invisible, times when the work you're putting in goes unnoticed, times when you feel like you're giving everything and getting nothing back. That's when you have to remind yourself, your value doesn't come from recognition. Your worth isn't determined by applause. Your purpose isn't up for a vote. Sometimes the people closest to you won't believe in you until they see results, and by then it's too late. You've already proved them wrong. But here's the beauty of it. When you stop depending on their validation, you free yourself. You stop performing for approval and start moving with purpose. You start doing it because it's in you, because it's who you are, because it's what you're called to do. You have to build a voice inside your head that's louder than the doubt outside of you. A voice that says, keep going, you're doing better than you think, you're closer than you realize. And when you start speaking those words over yourself, you become unstoppable. You don't need the crowd, you carry the fire with you. There's a difference between being motivated by applause and being fueled by conviction. Applause fades, conviction lasts. If you're building your life on applause, the moment it stops, you'll crumble. But if you're building your life on conviction, and the belief that you were made for this, you can walk through seasons of silence and still keep your head high. Sometimes the reason nobody's clapping is because they don't think you can do it. And sometimes the reason nobody's clapping is because they know you can do it and your success will challenge their comfort. Either way, it doesn't matter. Your calling doesn't need consensus. Your vision doesn't need their stamp of approval. So stop waiting for someone else to see you before you see yourself. Stop waiting for someone else to speak life over you before you speak it over yourself. You are worthy now. You are capable now. You are enough now. And the day you decide to believe that really believe it is the day everything changes. Bless yourself. Encourage yourself. Speak over yourself when no one else is clapping. Every word you speak is a seed. You might not see it sprout right away. You might not see anything changing at first, but make no mistake. Something is happening beneath the surface. Words go out and they go to work. And the question you need to ask yourself is, what kind of seeds am I planting? If you speak negativity, if you speak doubt, if you keep saying, I can't, I'll never, it's impossible, then those are the seeds you're planting. And when the harvest comes, you can't be surprised when it's full of weeds. But if you speak hope, if you speak faith, if you declare strength and victory over your life, you're planting something different. You're planting a future that's worth living in. Think about it. When a farmer plants a seed, they don't expect a harvest tomorrow. They know there's a process. They understand there's a season of waiting, of watering, of nurturing, before they see any growth. And yet they keep planting. They don't stop because they can't see what's happening underground. They trust the seed will do what it's meant to do. That's how you have to treat your words. Every time you speak something positive over your life, you're putting a seed in the ground. I am capable. That's a seed. I am blessed. That's a seed. I am getting better every day. That's a seed, and you don't just plant it once. You keep watering it. You keep speaking it even when nothing looks different. because that's how a harvest is built. The problem is, too many people plant good seeds but then dig them up with their own mouths. One day they're saying, "I know things will get better," and the next day they're saying, "Nothing ever works out for me." You can't plant corn on Monday and then rip it out on Tuesday because you got impatient. You've got to keep speaking life, even when you feel like quitting. And here's the thing, sometimes the seeds you plant today won't even be for you. Sometimes the way you speak, the encouragement you give, the hope you share it plants something in somebody else's heart. And one day, they'll bear fruit from the seeds you didn't even know you planted. That's why your words matter so much. They don't just shape your world, they shape the world of the people around you. You may not realize it, but every day you're either planting or pulling up. You're either building toward the future you want, or you're tearing it down before it gets a chance to grow. And the beautiful thing about planting seeds is that the harvest is always bigger than the seed. One small word of faith today can grow into something massive tomorrow. You've got to believe in the power of the process. You've got to trust that your consistent, positive declarations are doing more than you can see. Because one day, without warning, you'll look around and realize you're standing in the middle of the very thing you once spoke into existence. So don't waste your words. Don't scatter weeds in your own garden. Speak intentionally. Plant words that line up with where you want to be, not where you are. Speak to your future, not just your present. Because the truth is, you can't complain your way into a better life. You can only declare your way into it. The harvest is coming. You might not know when, you might not know how, but if you keep planting and keep watering, it will come. And when it does, you'll be glad you didn't give up too soon. Every positive word you declare is a seed. Keep planting, keep watering, and watch the harvest come in due season. Too many people are walking around carrying chains they've built with their own words. They've accepted limits that were never meant for them, simply because they keep telling themselves, "I can't do this," or "This is too hard," or "I'm not enough." And I want to tell you right now, you don't have to carry those chains anymore. You have the power to break free by rejecting the language of limitation that's been holding you down. See, what you tell yourself every morning matters more than you realize. When you wake up and say, "I can't," you're programming your mind to find reasons why you can't. You're shutting doors before you even knock. But when you change your language to "I will," "I can," and "I am," you're opening doors to possibilities you never thought possible. You're setting the stage for a day filled with purpose and strength. Problem is, we get so comfortable with our limits that we don't even question them anymore. We repeat the same phrases over and over as if saying them enough will make them true. "I'm not smart enough. I don't have the time. I'll never be good at that." But those are just stories we tell ourselves. They're not facts. And the moment you recognize them as stories, you can start rewriting the script. Imagine waking up each day and instead of focusing on what's impossible, you focus on what's possible. Imagine declaring to yourself, "Today I will push through the obstacles. Today I can learn something new. Today I am becoming the person I'm meant to be." When you do that, you start to see yourself differently. You start to believe differently, and belief is the foundation for action. Limiting language is like a shadow. Sometimes it feels like it's following you everywhere you go. But here's the truth. Shadows only exist because of light. If you shine your words bright with positivity and faith, those shadows start to disappear. You have to be intentional about it. You have to catch yourself the moment those old, limiting thoughts creep in and replace them with something stronger. You're not defined by what you haven't done or what you think you can't do. You're defined by who you are becoming when you refuse to listen to that voice of limitation. Every morning, make it a habit to speak over yourself what you want to see in your life. "I will be successful. I can overcome this challenge. I am capable of greatness." Say it loud enough that your own ears believe it. It's not about pretending the struggle isn't real. It's about refusing to let the struggle be the final word. Life will test you. Life will bring moments that make you doubt. But you don't have to feed those doubts with your words. You can starve them out by feeding yourself with declarations of strength and possibility. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a deliberate choice to control your inner narrative. You have the power to shape your identity by the words you choose to say. The minute you stop telling yourself what you can't do and start declaring what you will do, your mindset shifts. And when your mindset shifts, your life follows. You might stumble, you might fall, but you get back up and say, I will keep going. Because the language you speak to yourself isn't just talk, it's the blueprint for your future. If you keep using words of limitation, you're building a life confined by those limits. But if you reject that language and choose words of empowerment, you're building a life of freedom and purpose. So, every morning when you wake up, don't start with what's wrong or what you can't. Start with what's right and what you will. Speak with conviction about the things you want to see come to life. Remind yourself who you are in the face of challenges, a fighter, a dreamer, a doer. Your words carry power beyond what you know. They create pathways or build walls. They lift you up or weigh you down. The choice is yours. Reject the language of limitation. Embrace the language of possibility. Speak life over yourself and watch how your world begins to change. Stop telling yourself what you can't do. Begin every morning declaring what you will do, what you can do, and who you are. Faith is not just about speaking words into the air. It's about believing those words with everything inside you. You can say all the blessings you want, but if you don't truly believe them, those words are just noise. They don't have power. When you speak blessings over your life, you've got to trust that what you're declaring is already on its way. That trust is what turns your words into reality. Many people pray, declare, and hope, but they hold back their belief. They say the words with their mouth, but their heart is filled with doubt. And I want to tell you that doubt will keep you stuck. Faith without belief is empty. It's like planting a seed and then watering it with salt water instead of fresh water. You might have put the seed in the ground, but you haven't given it what it needs to grow. When you speak blessings, you have to see it with your mind's eye first. You have to feel it in your heart before it shows up in your life. Faith is not passive, it's active. It's more than just wishful thinking. It's the confidence that what you say is true even when you don't see it yet. You have to live like the blessings are already yours, walk like the victory is already won, and talk like the breakthrough is already happening. I know it's not easy. There are moments when the world around you screams the opposite of what you're speaking. There are days when the bills pile up, when your health feels weak, when your dreams seem far away. But that's exactly when faith matters the most. That's when you've got to hold tight to your words and believe them harder than ever. You see, the universe responds to the energy you put out. When you put out doubt, fear, and disbelief, you attract more of that. But when you put out faith, hope, and certainty, you align yourself with the possibilities that can change your life. It's like tuning into a frequency. Faith tunes you into the frequency of your blessings. Belief is the bridge between your words and your reality. Without belief, your words float away, forgotten and powerless. But with belief, your words take root deep inside you, growing stronger day by day. You start to notice doors opening, opportunities appearing, people coming into your life that you didn't expect. That's faith working. It's important to guard your heart and your mind because doubt tries to creep in like a thief in the night. It wants to steal your peace and your confidence, but you have a choice. You can let doubt rule your thoughts, or you can push it away by reminding yourself of the promises you've spoken over your life. I want you to remember that faith is not just for the perfect moments. It's for the messy, hard, confusing times too. Faith says, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. It's trusting the process even when the path is unclear. You have to keep speaking your blessings over yourself. Keep saying, I am healed, I am prosperous, I am loved, I am growing, and then believe it with every fiber of your being, because the moment belief and words come together, they become unstoppable. Faith turns your declarations into reality. It moves mountains and parts seas. It takes what you speak in your quiet moments and makes it visible in the world around you. But it only happens when you fully believe it, when you stop second guessing and start trusting. So when you speak your blessings today, don't just say the words. Live the words, feel them in your heart, see them in your mind. Walk in the confidence that what you have spoken is already on its way. Because faith without belief is just noise, but faith with belief is power. If this message spoke to your heart, don't forget to like and subscribe. Join this community of believers who speak life daily, plant seeds of hope, and refuse to be limited. Your journey to victory starts here. Stay encouraged. Keep speaking blessings and watch your faith turn words into reality. See you in the next video.